Hi everybody, this is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Tuesday, August the 21st, and welcome to our video commentary. Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about the Mueller investigation. This is the investigation that was created to see if there was any collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia during 2016. We are now roughly in a year plus a couple of months, and there has been nothing official from the Mueller investigation, except a couple of announcements regarding some indictments of some Russians, who of course will never see an American court, but nevertheless they were indicted for being involved in the campaign. And I think a lot of people are asking the question, where is this investigation going, and what exactly is this investigation about? And I think this is where Mr. Mueller, in my opinion, has a problem. I supported this investigation for one reason and one reason only, and that is I wanted to find out what the Russians were doing. Not so much what they did in 2016, because as I've said many times, and I think the investigation itself has confirmed that there was no American involved in what was going on, and at the same time there was no evidence of any votes changing. So the Russians never really changed anything in the United States, but the reason that I supported the investigation was because I wanted to learn what the Russians were up to and what they were up to, because I thought it could be helpful in, let's say, helping another democracy in Latin America like Mexico or Brazil or Colombia or Argentina. It would be worthwhile to let them know what kinds of intervention techniques the Russians could use in their elections. So that's really what interested me in the election. It wasn't so much Trump or Hillary Clinton, it was more what the Russians were capable of doing and what they could do in another country. But so far, the investigation has turned into an ongoing thing that does not appear to have any end game. I mean, it's like they're just going here, they're going there. You take the case of Manafort. Manafort is under investigation right now. There's a trial. I have no idea what's going to happen in that trial, but I do know that it has nothing to do with President Trump, and that's the important thing. It has nothing to do with President Trump, what Manafort in that trial is all about. So I think it's time, for the sake of the American people, not so much for partisan reasons, but for the sake of the American people, I think Mr. Mueller or the Deputy Attorney General need to give a press conference or need to answer some questions, or at least update the American people on what's going on, what they have, and what they hope to have, or at least what they're looking for. Because at the moment, it looks to me like this is a very secretive investigation. I understand that it has to be secretive to a point, but it just seems to be an investigation looking for a crime. It's like a prosecutor looking for a crime. And I just think that that's a very, very dangerous thing, to give a prosecutor that much power. I'm not saying that that's what's going on, but a lot of people believe that, and that's why it's up to Mr. Mueller, I think, to clear the air and say, look, this is what we're doing, this is what we're working on, and this is what we believe will take, why we think it could take 3 more months, 6 more months, whatever it may be. But I think we've reached the point where this has to either be shut down or there has to be an explanation as to why it needs to go on. A year plus is plenty of time, with as many lawyers as they have, plenty of time to find something, and so far they haven't. And I think that's a bad sign for the investigation. We have all of these videos over in YouTube. We have them on Twitter. We have them on blog. And if August 21st is your birthday, happy birthday. Bye-bye, everybody.